boys and girls. Welcome to Penny's Reading Nook. No, it's not the Reading Nook, silly. It's the Number Nook. Whew, my brain was somewhere else this morning, huh? Well, we are here to learn about the number 10. Are you ready to learn about the number 10 today? Okay, well, if you've been following me all along, you know what you need to get, right? You need to get your paper, your number line, and what you're going to mark with. Are you going to use markers, colored pencils, or crayons? What are you going to do? This week, I am going to use my 8 crayons. So you go get all your stuff gathered up. I'll wait on you, and then we'll get started, okay? You have your stuff? You ready to go? Okay, let's learn all about the number 10. Well, 10 is our first 2-digit number. It takes a 1 and a 0 together to make a 10, all right? Now let's spell 10. T-E-N, 10. Good job. You guys are so smart. I'm so proud of you. Let's find out about the writing rhyme. You ready? The writing rhyme for the number 10. Straight line down, because that's a 1, then around with a grin. That's the way to make a 10. Okay, so straight line down, then around with the grin. It's like we're making an O. That's the way to make a 10. Got it? Okay, let's get started. I will pick the first color, and I am going to choose orange, all right? So I'm going to say the rhyme. You guys say it with me. Ready? Straight line down, then around with the grin. That's the way to make a 10. Good job, okay? Someone out there, pick the next color. I believe I heard someone say blue. Okay, we'll use blue next. Okay, you say the rhyme at home, and I will make the number. Ready? Go. Good job. I heard you guys out there. You're excellent. So smart. Okay, I'll choose the next color, and I choose black. Okay, I'm going to come down here in the corner for black. Straight line down, then around with the grin. That's the way to make a 10. All right, what color next? You can pick next. Green, okay. And number 10 down here wants a friend. Ready? You say it, I will write it. Good job. That was green, okay? What's next? Next is going to be brown. Okay. Straight line down, then around with the grin. That's the way to make a 10. All right, what color should we use next? I believe I heard someone say yellow. All right, we'll get out our yellow crayons. Ready? You say it at home. I will write it here. Good job. Okay, we have 2 colors left, and I'm going to choose purple. All right, straight line down, then around with a grin. That's the way to make a 10. And what is our last color? If we're using our box of 8 crayons, what color is missing? Do you know? He's over here saying, wait, don't forget me. You're right, it was the color red. All right, let's all say this one together for the last one. Straight line down, then around with a grin. That's the way to make a 10. Good job. Okay, so next we move on to the 10 frame. And what number are we going to put in the 10 frame today? 10, you're right. So let's make a big 10 down here. 1 and a 0, a 2-digit number. All right, So, what shall we put on our 10 frame today? How about, let's make X's, okay? You ready? We're going to count, fill up our 10 frame today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now we have a completed 10 frame, and we're going to look at that, and we know, what's that? 10. You're right. We don't have to count them. We have 5 on the top row, 5 on the bottom row. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Okay, good job. Now we need to group our tally marks. And what number are we working on? You're right, the number 10. Straight line down, then around with a grin. That's the way to make a 10. So let's group our tally marks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there we go. There's another way to learn and recognize 10 by using the tally marks. 5 and 5. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. You're right. Good job. We're moving right along this morning. Okay, now we need to work on our counting skills. So there's where we're going to need our number line. Got your number line out? Okay, so we need to know what comes before the number 10. All right, so let's find our 10. Let's go back and forth on our number line. Do we see it? Remember, we're looking for a 1 and a 0 together. I've got a 0 there and a 1, but that doesn't make 10, does it? Nope. We want right there. You're right. 10, right there in front of me. Okay, what number comes before the number 10? You're right, the number 9. And that's a hoop and a line that makes the number 9. Okay, now let's find our 10 again. What number comes after 10? Do you know that number? It's a 2-digit number. We have 1 and 1. Do you know what that is together? You're right, that's the number 11. Good job. And that's just like 2 sticks. It's really easy to make. So what comes after 10? 11. Just 2 straight lines down, and you're done. Okay, now we need to count on from 10. So let's find our 10. You ready? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. You're doing such a great job counting. I'm so proud of you, boys and girls. Okay, now we have to count back from 10. So we're going to count backwards. So find your 10 again. Oh, you're right. It's right there in the middle. So ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's not blast off. A lot of you want to say blast off, right? Right, because you count backwards from 10, but that's not it. 0. Good job. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good job. All right, boys and girls, we just zipped right through that one this morning, didn't we? We were counting forwards and backwards from 10. We now know that the number 9 comes before 10, and we know the number 11 comes after 10. We know when we have our tally marks, we have 2 groups of 5 to make your 10 tally marks. And with 10 and a 10 frame, you have a completed 10 frame, and we made X's on that today. Then we had our writing rhyme, which is straight line down, then around with a grin. That's the way to make a 10. And then we've completed that with learning how to spell 10, and that was T-E-N. Good job. You guys did a great job with that. I'm so proud of you. Well, if you listened earlier in one of my other earlier videos over in the Reading Nook, I read a book about a tree, and it was called This Tree Counts. And I said if you would follow me over to Penny's Number Nook, that we would play a game that goes along with This Tree Counts. And it goes along with our numbers, okay? So we get a 2-for-1 deal there, all right? So for this activity, you're going to need some brown construction paper, and you are going to make a tree. Now, Miss Pam has a Cricut machine at work, and so we used her Cricut machine to make my tree. But do you have to have a tree exactly like mine to play this game? No, you do not. You make your tree however you want your tree to look like, okay? You need a tree trunk, and then you also need some limbs for your tree, okay? Now, also for this activity, you're going to need some number cards and some Play-Doh. I am going to use green Play-Doh because it is summertime, right? And our trees are nice and green. You could also use fall colored Play-Doh if you wanted to. Use whatever color Play-Doh you want. Make it your own tree, okay? And my number cards happen to be, again, we have Miss Pam's Cricut machine at work. We cut out leaves. And on the leaves, I wrote the numbers. And I believe I have the numbers 0 through 20. Right there's the 20. But I have them all mixed up. But I'm pretty certain, let's just go, just to be on the safe side, so I'm not telling you a fib. Yep, right there's the 0. So we have the numbers 0 through 20, okay? Now I'm going to shuffle my cards up, and mine are laminated because we will be using these a lot at building blocks, okay? And they just last longer when we have them laminated, okay? Do you have to do that at your house? Nope. Do your number cards have to be leaves? Nope, they don't. You make them how you want it. You might just have a set of number cards already. Or you might have a box of flashcards. Get your flashcards out for this game. Super easy, okay? So, we have our tree, we have our leaves, and my favorite part, Play-Doh. I love Play-Doh. Now, you do need to kind of have some kind of covering over this tree, okay? Mine is laminated. You could put clear contact paper over it. You could also use something called a sheet protector. If that's just, we want to protect this tree so we can use it again and again because we're going to put Play-Doh on it, okay? So you can laminate it, you can slide it into these little sheet protectors. They also have at Dollar Trees, where I got mine, right here it's like a pocket protector. And you could slide your tree down in that, okay? So there's different ways that we could use it. I think I'm going to put my tree, let's see, does he shine up better there? I think he kind of looks better on the white paper than the orange. So let's do it with the white paper so you can see it better, okay? All right, so do you have any ideas how this game might be played with Play-Doh, a tree, and number cards? Have any ideas? Okay, then I will tell you. You're going to pick a card. Like I said, I'm using leaves. You can use number cards, flash cards, just whatever. Pick a number. And what number did I get there? I have the number 3. You're right. So I'm going to take some Play-Doh and I'm going to make 3 little balls that are going to be like the buds on a tree. The leaf hasn't completely formed yet. It's a spring tree right now. All right, there's 1. And then what else do I need? 2 and 3. You're right. Okay. Roll it, make a ball, 2, and then place it somewhere on your tree. And 3. Okay. Now let's pick another card. Next I have the number Oh, look at that. I have a 2-digit number. That's a 1 and a 7. Do you know what number that is, boys and girls? It kind of says his own name. He's 17, okay? And we'll kind of learn, we'll learn about that later on, about the 2-digit numbers and the teen numbers, how they kind of say their name. And that's a good way to help remember them. And we'll talk about that later on, okay? But this number is the number 17. Oh boy, I need to make 17 green balls on my tree. Not counting the 3 we already have there, okay? So let's see. 1, 2, hold them together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who doesn't love making little balls with Play-Doh, right? Right. 11, 12, we're almost there. 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. All right, so we have a pretty full tree there, don't we? Now comes the fun part. We're going to make leaves. You ready? And how are we going to make the leaves? We're going to smash the Play-Doh. You ready? 1, and we're going to see what was 17 leaves plus 3 leaves. We're going to see how many leaves we have all together, okay? So we're getting some addition in there. 17 plus 3. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do it with each one of your fingers. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. All right. Look at our beautiful summer tree. It's full of clean air that it's giving back to us. And we also know that 17 plus 3 equals 20. We had 20 leaves on our tree. Now that's one way you can play the game. Another way that you could play the game is after you do each number, you could smash the leaves so you don't kind of lose count. Okay, like the first number we had was the number 3, right? So you could just take your 3 little balls of Play-Doh, 1, 2, 3, and then you could smash them. 1, 2, 3. And that would be a way the younger kids could play this game, okay? And the older kids, you can do it by keeping track and learning, working on your addition facts, okay? So you'd have 17 plus 3, we learned, equals 20. Well, that's it for me and the number 10. I hope you enjoyed this today. I hope you learned something and hope you get out there and try it. And one other thing you can do, get outside and go look at the leaves in the trees. Ask your parents, what's that tree? What's that tree? What's that tree? Maybe you have a tree book at your house with books about the leaves, and you could learn some things about the trees. And do some counting while you're out there. I'll see you next week, boys and girls. Bye-bye. Mwah.